Despite some parts of the N3 highway between KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng being reopened to traffic, authorities are advising South Africans to still delay their travels. One person died after spending Friday night in a taxi stuck in the snow.
Emergency services say one person has died after being exposed to the cold in a taxi stuck in snow on the N3. Let's get an update right now with Roland Robertson from the Midlands EMS. Roland, give us a sense of the alert that you received regarding this incident and exactly what authorities found when they arrived on the scene.
Yeah, so people in particular were stuck from 9 o'clock last night in the snow. When they were coming from Joburg and they came down towards KZN, they were absolutely stuck at Hidcote, just outside of Mooi River. At about 1 o'clock this afternoon, they were freed in that taxi to come down towards Pietermaritzburg side, and they stopped for some refreshments and everything at the one shopping center, and she collapsed at the shopping center.
But in instances like this, how do rescue teams assess or even treat severe hypothermia cases, especially in such challenging conditions or environments? And what protocols are usually followed in such cases?
Yeah, so it's a difficult one for us as well, as you can't just reheat the people with hypothermia into a rapid state of the current temperature. It's a slow process that has to gradually take effect, and it takes time. So it's a hard one for us as well out on the road.
But in the same light, Roland, considering the rapid deterioration of the patient's condition, what are some of the immediate steps that individuals can take if they suspect that someone is suffering from hypothermia?
Well, obviously, slow warming the people is the main thing, not just chuck them into a vehicle with the heater blasting to the most effect will be the main thing. Rather, gradually increase everything. As their body increases, you increase everything, and just try and keep them warm from the weather and keep them out of the elements.
What is hypothermia? Hypothermia is an abnormally low body temperature brought on by staying in cold temperatures for a long period of time. This lowered body temperature affects the brain and a person's ability to think clearly or move well. Severe hypothermia can also cause an irregular heartbeat, leading to heart failure and death. While hypothermia happens most often in very cold temperatures, exposure to snow, even cool temperatures above 40 degrees Celsius can be dangerous to a person who has become chilled from rain, sweat, or being in cold water for an extended period of time. Who is at risk for hypothermia? The following people are most at risk for hypothermia. Elderly people who often have other illnesses such as hypothyroidism, heart disease, or circulation problems, or take medicines that interfere with the body's ability to regulate its temperature. Elderly people with inadequate food, clothing, or heat. Often these people sit alone for hours or days at a time in a cold apartment or home. Improper nutrition also makes them more susceptible to the cold. Infants and toddlers sleeping in cold bedrooms. People who stay outdoors for long periods of time, such as the homeless, hikers, and hunters. Half of the elderly people who develop hypothermia die before or soon after being found, however, even young, seemingly strong people are affected by hypothermia when exposed to the cold for long periods of time. What are the symptoms of hypothermia? The following are the most common symptoms of hypothermia: confusion, sleepiness, fumbling hands, shivering and exhaustion, slow, slurred speech or shallow breathing, weak pulse and or low blood pressure, drowsiness, a change in behavior or appearance during cold weather, stiffness in the arms and legs, poor control over body movements or slow reactions. In infants, bright red, cold skin, and or very low energy. To determine if the person is suffering from hypothermia, take his or her temperature with a thermometer. A body temperature under 95 F-35C is a medical emergency and can fatal if not promptly treated. It is important that victims of hypothermia receive immediate medical attention. While waiting for medical attention, some methods of dealing with a hypothermia victim include the following. Seek medical attention as soon as possible. Get the victim into a warm room or shelter. If he or she has on any wet clothing, remove it immediately. Warm the center of the body, first the chest, neck, head, and groin using an electric blanket, if it is available, or use skin-to-skin contact with your own body heat, providing warmth to the victim. Be careful to not handle the victim roughly. Warm beverages can also be helpful, but never give a victim of hypothermia any alcoholic beverage, and never try to give an unconscious person something to drink. Once the body temperature begins to increase, keep the person dry and wrapped in warm blankets. If you enjoyed this brief explanation on hypothermia, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment below. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more future updates. Thank you for watching.